What is this thing that you always see on an escalator? They help keep shoes, dresses, handbags, etc. from getting snagged in the teeny gap on the side. I use them as little shoe shine, too. I once had those pants with, like, chains on the side, the trap pants, and sat down, and let's just say that didn't help it getting from sucked in, and I broke the escalator for 2 years. Found these in my cooked spaghetti. The sauce was canned. I believe those are... I have no idea. Don't eat it. They definitely look like rosary peas. Symptoms of poison include nausea, vomiting, convulsions, liver failure, and don't eat the spaghetti, bro. And if you already ate it, go to a doctor. Oh my God. A massive wrench I inherited weighs 30 pounds. Novelty or functional? I think that's a novelty, or it's like one of those boat wrenches they used to do. Yep, it's for real. Big bolt squad, big wrenches, anchor bolts, lodge towels. See, I was right, anchor bolts. What is this thing we found while renovating? We haven't touched it since. My dad thinks it's an explosive from World War II, about 10 inches long. Yeah, dude, that is an explosive. Looks like a World War II British 2 mortar round. They did not use chemical weapons in World War II, so the filler is likely highly explosive, but could be WP or aluminum. Call the EOD and don't touch it. If you touch it, you will probably die. What is this thing on the serial killer's head while he was in court? He's partially deaf. It's basically a giant hearing aid, sound amplifier headphones. Oh, glad he can hear all the crimes he committed that he knows he did. My brother found this missile in the woods in Tennessee. I'm sure it's fine. Kinda looks like an Honest John short-range ballistic missile, but honestly, I highly doubt that a live one just lays around. But just to make sure, contact your local authorities, even though it probably is just a dummy. It might still blow up. Heavy mass hanging on transmission cables. Oh, I thought this was going to be something else. What is this? A bunch of spray-on foam? This is an art invention in the Brazilian university. This thing should be a meteor. Edit, yes, it's in intervention and not insulation. Usually the term insulation is used in... What is going on? Found this small kettle years ago. Tried searching for a similar one, but have always come up with nothing. Anybody have an idea why this has this unique shape? Wallet for scale. Isn't that a portable men's urinal for bedbound patients? In Italy, it's called a lepeda, the pan. And yes, it is used to pee when you cannot get out of the bed. It is sometimes also called le pepacalo, which means the parrot due to its shape. Delicious pea-flavored tea. So, what is this scanner that a rooftop cop had at a protest? Seemed to be shining a green laser at certain people in the crowd. Oh, that looks ominous. Picking out specific targets for ground police. It's easier to track an individual through a crowd from above. This may be because they are armed or something else that makes them high priority. Snipers are out of the question. Firing into a fast-moving mass of people would only end badly. I found this award glued inside of a book while cleaning out a relative's house. Can someone tell me which branch and what award it is, please? Oh, 15 years of emancipated service of the USSR Ministry of Internal Affairs. Found in my dad's room. Really hoping it's not the sex thing. It's a... no, it goes over your shoes to grip on ice. That's right. I thought it was a... it's a boot gripper. Goat in a field in Scotland appears to have had handlebars added to its horns. Having had goats for a number of years, I'm confident that goat is a dummy, and after about the 900th time that the farmer had to free this guy from the fence that he had stuck his head through, horns and all, he couldn't really get back out. The farmer settled with this method of ensuring the goat couldn't stick its head through far enough to get its horn snagged. Goat's got handlebars. Cool. I want to ride him. Driving through Erie, PA. Weird cycle in the sky. Lots of folks pulled over taking pics of it. Oh, you need to leave. Blown transformer smoke ring. Yeah. A lot of fires start from those. Switch on the back of an old clock labeled Miracle Eye. What is this? Reduce sound when room is dark. What? I'm confused. Me and my parents found this in our backyard earlier today. It reads, "Do not enter poison gas." It's on a circular concrete thing. Huh. It is the cap to a septic tank. Do not dig it up, you big dummies. Cones of Dunshire found in German supermarket. Yes, cones of Dunshire. It's a Schwulerte. It's full of candy and our school supplies, and kids get it on their first day of school. Forgot to write that this is a German tradition. Why don't we have this in America? I never got candy on my first day of school. I got like 2 M&Ms during the big tests because if you suck on them, they help your brain work better. Saw this in a forest in Germany. It's a fridge or an old-time cold room, basically a room covered with dirt for insulation. Root cellars, that's Whatisthisthing. Found at the bottom of the lake. It's booze. I haven't died yet. Since this was in Canada, could this be an ice wine? My wife and I had some while honeymooning in Canada, and it is very sweet and syrupy, and usually in small bottles, 5 liter. I wouldn't drink that if I found it personally, but you do you, dude. What is this tube full of balls in the wall in a home built in the mid-90s? The hell is that? It's a termite indicator. How does that indicate termites? I'm so confused. Oh, do the balls fall because they eat the wood? Oh, okay. What is this lizard? It bit me on the beach in Naples, Florida. Looks like a Cuban night anal. Yes, they're pronounced anal. A lot of people say anal, but no, it's anal. Help identify this piece of bumper from a hit and run with a cyclist now in critical condition. Right from my 2000. I thought it said right from my 2009 Camry. I saw this in my yard. Is this just a type of worm, or is there a parasite on it? I saw it breathing, having some sort of heartbeat, so it's alive. That's 2 worms making more worms. Holy crap, I witnessed worm sex, you saying? And I didn't use it for inspiration? This is a silly band, but I have no idea what animal/thing it's supposed to be. Might be turned the wrong way. What the? A kangaroo? I'm incredibly excited for such a mundane object to be totally stumping the sub for once. Maybe flip it inside. What is this thing? I'm so confused. Also, who remembers silly bands? What is this rodent that just climbed out of my toilet? The flat tail makes me want to say flying squirrel. They're super common in the NE, but nocturnal, so folks don't realize they are around. Also has pretty huge eyes for a rodent that size. Pull his legs apart and see if he has flaps, I guess. They also have more of a rat outline hind and then a gray, which matches your little buddy. An adult gray would also have gnarly claws, bigger feet. I'm like 80% sure flying squirrel. Poor dude, yeah, he/she probably fell in the sewer vent on the roof. I have a ton of oak trees. Oh boy, wow. Yeah, I guess he came out of the toilet like the snakes in the myths. Security camera recorded this guy knocking on my door late at night. What is this in his hand? With the attire, it could be someone with hunting dogs. Sometimes the dogs will track animals onto others' lands and must be found with tracking devices. May have just been asking permission to search for their animals. This is common in my area. Yeah, my dad had a similar looking device, old radio frequency tracker for his raccoon dogs. They would occasionally hit a bobcat/deer track and wander miles, of course. Yeah, dude, I grew up with my friend's farm. They had bloodhounds, or, the big ones that go roo, and one of them tracked a freaking deer for like 8 miles once. Some kind of explosive lying on the floor in a server room. That looks like a bomb. Thank you guys for being part of the biggest Reddit bamboozled of 2018. It was all just made up story to make your day a little more exciting. Okay, it's not a bomb, sweet. Found in a forest in Sweden, about 1 millimeter from ground, roughly 20 centimeter in size, hard to touch, but drips liquid when knocked. Lick it, I dare ya. Looks like a polypore fungus that is excluding excess moisture, called grudgeon, like this. You could die if you lick it. I found this metal object, no text and numbers, can retract to be the size of a bracelet. It's a bracelet? It's the top clutch part of a purse or small handbag. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I found this squishy thing in my Monster coffee. I don't know what it is, and I'm pretty grossed out. It seems more like sweetener that has hardened, sometimes like molasses or some other ingredient that has hardened like xanthol gum. I'm gonna go ahead and say likely salt because that sounds realistic. Xanthol gum, yeah, totally not made up. Found on Guam in shallow water, 3-meter diameter disc, top looks like polyester in a honeycomb shape that is a fiberglass to flimsy aluminum disc. I'm stumped on this, never seen anything like it. Huh, is that a piece to like a spaceship? That is absolutely a rocket part. Okay, cool, I was right. My friend just moved into a new flat and this is her neighbor's garden. Oh boy, is that a Day of the Dead thing? Well, I guess, but they're probably just having fun with freaky garden. My friend found this scaffold-like structure on a trip. There was a paintball/airsoft field and a hotel nearby, but I'm confused about the purpose of this located in Europe. It's a 3D maze used in kids camp or other outdoor activity clubs. Paintball, airsoft, track. In a paintball setting, it could be used to hold a flag or other captured objects. Huh, that looks like kind of fun, but also dangerous in hell. A specific type of hammer from my work at a college in Scotland. Blacksmith's hammers have different styles of peens depending on peens on the task you want to accomplish. There are straight peen. If you held the hammer by the hand, the peen would be parallel to the ground. Cross peen, perpendicular to the ground, and diagonal peen, the one you have taken an image of. I'm sorry, that's so funny to me for some reason. Solid metal kiss that was in our bag of candy cane kisses. It is part of the machinery, maybe? Definitely not a part of the machinery since it is the same size and shape. I would say it's a QA gauge to help operators verify shape and portion size at a glance. If you bid in that, you could sue them for so much money. What is this thing? It perfectly fits in each other and there was some sort of liquid in it. I believe that is a herb there we go. Yeah, and that's called resin. Weird squirming living Lovecraftian nightmare on our lawn chair this morning. Don't touch that. Probably blank. Wow, that turns into a moth. Apparently that's a caterpillar with fuzzy false arms on its back to make it look like a dead leaf. we're looking at the belly. I don't like this at all. Please don't turn into a butterfly or a moth. This purple sky in Southern California seen at 1:30 a.m. and lasted for only about 5 minutes before fading away. That color has been posted for. It's always been related to a commercial pot growing operation. That's the color of grow lights. Wow, I knew that there are farms around here, but I never knew that the grow light were so bright. Thanks. Solved. Are my parents and neighbors engaging in psychological warfare? This is attached to a dolly pointed in their yard and sounds a very loud alarm twice a day for 10 minutes. What is this? Looks like to be a vibrating horn, maybe 874s, made by Edward Singling. Data sheet state and output. These types of horns are usually used as Uno's setting where ambient noise is high. I would guess the neighborhood has hooked it up to cause a disturbance or just to be a general nuisance. Wow. Cool. This guy's a dead.